last time when we were covering Pakistan, we left off at, Imran Khan, now the former prime minister. He was ousted in this coup, essentially a coup, which he himself blamed the United States for, right? So they had a vote of no confidence, and just by a razor-thin margin, they got rid of him, right? They needed 172 votes, and they got 174 votes, and 168 against. So just, by a handful of votes, he was ousted as prime minister, and he said the United States is behind this for several reasons. I speculated what they were, and he actually confirmed them, and they're the exact same things that I had in mind. Number one is that when the war in Ukraine started, he went to Russia, and he basically, in diplomacy and international relations, he gave the West the finger, because he said, I'm not going to get behind your politics. I'm not going to go ban or sanction Russian politicians and ban Russian energy. On the contrary. And he ended up going and buying, I think, 2 million tons of gas and wheat. And then, of course, his other problem is that he criticized the war on terror, right? So that's the issue. Now, I just want to show you, since he's been ousted, look how much support he has. This is incredible. He's been holding rallies that are absolutely enormous. I mean, I can't even wrap my brain around this. So this is in Peshawar, okay? And this was on April 14th. Look at the size of this crowd. It's astronomical. That is insane. That is honestly insane. Take a look at this. I'm going to go through these very quickly with you, because there's so many videos. It's ridiculous. I mean, we're talking about millions of people, right? And these are in numerous cities. This is I just showed you Peshawar. This is in Karachi. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Here again, from Karachi. I mean, how many politicians do you know that can bring out crowds this size? How many politicians do you know that can pull out crowds like this? Look at that. That's insane. Before and after. Ridiculous. Even outside Pakistan. This is in Paris. It's quite impressive. It's quite impressive. And of course, this is in Lahore. So this one's in Lahore. And again, you can see the video here. Monstrous, absolutely monstrous. So again, I just wanted to give you an idea. I just wanted to give you an idea of the kind of support that this guy has. And I think that we're very afraid of him because he dissolved the National Assembly and he said, I want snap elections in 90 days. And then the opposition took him to court and they said that what you did is unconstitutional, and we're not only going to remove you from power and with the no confidence vote, but there aren't going to be snap elections in 90 days. There are going to be elections in October. Now, obviously, the momentum dies down, but my point here is that they're afraid of having snap elections because they know that Imran Khan is going to win. Just look at these crowds. Like, how many politicians do you know in the UK or in the US, any Western country that can pull crowds like that? No one can do that. No one can do that. Not even Biden can do that. Boris Johnson, forget about it. Forget about it. Did you see the videos I just showed you? This is multiple cities. Again, in Karachi, in Lahore, in Islamabad, in Peshawar. This is crazy. even in London, in Manchester, in Paris. So whatever you think of the guy, you don't have to like his politics. You can't deny he has popular support. He has popular support. And this is funny. Even on Twitter, look, they say he broke a record for the number of people listening on a Twitter space. Basically, it's just, it's like a live stream where you speak, but there's no video and people can tune in and listen. 160,000 people, that's the highest, and he broke it. Now, what's very interesting is that he was paid a visit just yesterday. You'll never guess from who. This is Ilhan Omar, right? So again, she's a U.S. Congresswoman from Minnesota. She's part of the squad, as I'm sure many of you know, and she paid him a visit. To be fair, she actually visited everybody. She visited the foreign ministry. She also visited the new prime minister. So we're talking about Shehbaz Sharif. Now, of course, hold on. Here's his picture. His brother was prime minister 3 times already, right? But it goes without saying he comes from a political dynasty, essentially, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I think his brother was prime minister when I was living in Pakistan when I was as a child. Yeah, so for at least a section of that, and then Bhutto was also prime minister. In any case, he's taken Imran Khan's place now, and they're going to have elections in October. And I'm telling you something, man, given the size of these crowds, nobody can pull those crowds. Not him, not anyone in the West. Is very, very, very few. Very, very, very few. And again, here's another one. Look, this is from Lahore. Absolutely monstrous. These crowds. I don't even know how many millions we're talking about. All right. So this is just another thing I wanted to tell you, that usually a lot of the times when you have these coups, regime change operations, whatever you want to call them, democracy bringing, a lot of the times they remove people that actually are supported by the country, and then they try to dirty their name and tell you, oh, this guy's a dictator, he doesn't respect the Constitution. He's selfish. He's just interested. He's in it for himself. This is how they smear people. And no, I'm not talking just about Pakistan. I'm talking in general in the global South, right? And so, again, you don't have to like the guy, but you can't deny his popular support. And when they have those elections, and he does run, I think he stands a very good chance of winning. Now, I showed you that Ilhan Omar just visited him, right? You have a lot of people that are saying, that were making fun of him and saying, hold on, didn't you tell us this was a U.S. coup? How come you're meeting with a U.S. official? I mean, that's stupid. That's ridiculous. Again, I don't particularly like Ilhan Omar, especially, sometimes she has good positions, and then other times she has really bad ones, like voting to give Israel $3 billion in military aid. That's indefensible. And then with the Armenian genocide, she refused to recognize it. Indefensible. Again, I'm not going to go into her whole record. I've covered that enough. But my point is that just because she came to pop in for a visit, I really doubt that changes anything about the veracity of what Khan was saying. Again, he named the diplomats that were concerned in this, that were involved with this. And he also had this letter. Now, honestly, you don't need the letter, but just for what it's worth, the High Court in Islamabad, they forbid him from releasing it. Why would they forbid him from releasing if it's fake, if it's just a bunch of BS? They wouldn't, unless you're saying the court is is conspiring with him. I doubt it. Here again. Here is Ilhan Omar with the new Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. They're just meeting, right? So she didn't just meet with Khan. She met with everyone worth meeting. In any case, I just wanted to bring you up to speed on this, because you're not going to hear much about Pakistan in the news, and when you do, I think you'll hear a very construed version of events. And again, you could say that what he did was unconstitutional when he dissolved the National Assembly and he blocked the no confidence vote. Fine, say what you want. You don't have to like his politics, but I can see very clearly, given the crowds that he pulls, why the opposition are very scared to have snap elections. They don't stand a chance. They really don't stand a chance. In any case,